world's most different.
Sassy is important.
Mainstream.
Y'all one of the biggest things in American culture.
They not like us.
Think everybody should go on the Breakfast Club. You want to shake it up.
They not like us. Wake the fuck up, Breakfast Club. DJ Envy.
The Family Guy.
Jess Hilarious.
I'm the wild card. Keep it real.
And Charlamagne the God.
I'm a lovable app.
Or you a clown.
Yo, I'm loving that energy up there right now.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show today.
Now let's begin.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
What's up?
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday. What's happening, everybody?
Yes, it's Friday. The weekend is here. Good morning.
That's right, man. How y'all feel out there?
How you feeling, Jess?
I feel good. I'm okay. I got on my little silk pajamas.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Big pregnant.
Okay.
Big pregnant.
Definitely big
How many more
pregnant,
weeks we got left?
3.
3 weeks left.
You ask the same question every day.
Because I
Make it a
need to know.
weekly thing, bro. If she
Nah.
said she got 3 weeks left yesterday, she still got 3 weeks left today.
I don't be remembering. I just love to ask.
Should I ask once a week?
No, I just love to ask because Jess.
Thank you, Envy.
And you out here performing this weekend, right?
No, the following weekend, July 26th and 27th.
Oh, so you performing when you got a week and a half left?
I know, yes.
You crazy.
But I'm going to drive down. We driving. I'm not going to get on the plane.
You
All right.
drive into North Carolina?
It's only 4 hours away from my house.
All right, that little baby be born in North Carolina. You're gonna be mad.
Jess, North Carolina is
real
not
slow.
It's not 4 hours. It's not 4 hours away from your house.
It is.
From Baltimore?
No,
Yes,
it's
it is.
not.
Raleigh?
No, I don't live in Baltimore. Y'all keep on putting
Yeah,
me
she's
down
on the
there.
outskirts. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Maryland is very big.
Yeah.
Naya said, good morning, y'all. What's up?
Good morning, Nye.
Good morning, now.
I'm blessed, black, and highly favored, man. Happy to be here. Another day to serve. What we getting into today?
Cory Hardrick will be joining us. You know, actor. He's in a new flick, Divorce in the Black, from Tyler Perry. It premiered yesterday on Prime Video, so he'll be joining us.
That's right.
And also TK Kirkland, comedian TK Kirkland will be joining us
Our
as well.
guy T to the mother F and K. He's performing at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey tonight and tomorrow, all weekend, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be talking to TK. TK is a elder statesman in this game,
Yes.
in this business.
Yes.
Always great to sit down and see what's on TK Kirkland's mind.
Absolutely.
Yo,
All right.
the name of the movie that Cory Hardrick is in is called what?
Divorce in the Black.
Yup.
Tyler Perry be like, look, since you just went through it, I got this whole script, right? That I put you.
Him and Megan, though.
Oh my God. Oh, both.
Yeah, making good star in the movie. Yeah.
I know, but Cory just, oh my God.
Great timing on Tyler Perry part.
It's great timing.
Yep.
No, it is great timing. So hopefully this is a great movie. Okay.
All right, well, when we come back, we got front page news.
We're going to talk about the disaster that is still the Biden campaign. The Democratic Party is in disarray, but it's not an easy fix, but it can be fixed.
I was just thinking about it, right? We got a second. Would you feel as bad if they just tell you, look, there's some things Biden remembers, there's some things that he can't? Wouldn't you feel better? Because it feels like they try to tell you nothing's wrong, right? And that's what I think is like the slap in the face. Because they say, nah, nothing's wrong. He's fine.
Oh, yeah,
it's not early signs of dementia. And then he goes.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and diagnose the man because I don't know what a diagnosis would be.
But something's wrong.
But clearly something's wrong. And the bigger issue that everybody should be thinking about is can he win in November?
Correct.
And I know I've been saying I've been asking that question for the past 18 months, and I think it looks really clear. It's not a safe bet.
It's not a slam dunk.
It's not. Nothing ever is. But nah, it's time to move on.
All right. Well, we got front page news when we come back with Morgan Wood. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning, y'all. So many people would argue that President Biden did a much better job addressing reporters at the close of the NATO summit yesterday than his performance against Donald Trump in the debate, while others, I guess like Charlamagne would say, it's much more of the same. During his speech, Biden said he had no plans of dropping out of the race unless his team came back with data figures showing there's no way he could win. Biden continued to defend himself from calls to drop out of the 2024 election. He mistakenly referred to Vice President Kamala Harris as Vice President Trump as he attested to her qualifications. He also slammed former President Donald Trump, saying he's too busy golfing to campaign. He spoke about how polls are inaccurate and also addressed his schedule being so busy, saying he needs to pace himself. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's hear more from President Biden addressing reporters at the close of the NATO summit.
The consideration is that I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I will beat him again. Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. My schedule has been full bore. I've done, where's Trump been? Riding around in his golf cart, filling out his scorecard before he hits the ball? I mean, look, he's done virtually nothing. There are at least 5 presidents running or incumbent presidents who had lower numbers than I have now, later in the campaign. What I said was, instead of my every day starting at 7 and going to bed at midnight, it'd be smarter for me to pace myself a little more.
What are your thoughts, guys? I know y'all watched it. You called it a disaster, Charlamagne.
Oh, I mean, I just think the whole campaign is a disaster, not just that, one moment yesterday. But I just think it's time for President Joe Biden to move on. It's the same thing that I've been saying for the past, 18 months. He said it yesterday that if his team told him he couldn't win, he would drop out. Well, I don't think he can win. So why are we still playing this game?
But not only that, if we know that every time he speaks, he says something, he puts his foot in his mouth every time, right? He says something that's completely wrong, completely left. Why continue to let the brother speak?
Well, I think that is the part where I think people overreact because people mess up names all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally all of the time.
All of the time where you calling your vice president Trump?
That was wild.
When you call the president of Ukraine,
we've all done that. We talk all the time. Have you heard yourself? Have you heard me sometimes?
Yeah, I was going to say we definitely.
I'm not the president. There's a total difference.
But you are human.
Yeah, we are human, but he does it a lot as a president.
My reason for wanting him to move on don't have nothing to do with that. I just say it's 6 different polls that all have him behind Trump. Yes, polls are inaccurate, but our eyes and ears aren't. With everything that's at stake in November, ask yourself a simple question. Can you tell me with a straight face you like his chances?
Yeah, but why are the polls so low? Because of the things that he say, because people don't have any confidence in him. Yes, they don't have any confidence in him. They feel like he's too old. They feel like it seems like early signs of dementia. It feels like he can't make a complete sentence.
It's because they don't feel like he's strong enough on the border. It's a lot of different reasons.
It's more than that, too.
I think people are getting hung up on a lot of different things. It's a bunch of different things. One of the things that a lot of people got hung up yesterday on is that he accidentally introduced President Zelensky, calling him President Putin. Let's hear more about that.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You can beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better.
At least he caught himself that time.
I was going to say, he really caught that. He said, what you mean? Big Putin. Oh, my bad. I'm so focused on beating him.
Yeah, and trust me.
Tried to play that one off.
Those optics don't help, but, people don't think he's strong enough on the border. People aren't feeling the relief in their pockets when they talk about, the economy being better. Inflation, it was up, but now it's down a little bit, but people still aren't feeling it in their pockets. People don't like him, funding Israel's military. They don't like the war in Gaza. There's a lot of different reasons folks aren't high on Trump, but I've been asking a simple question for the past 18 months. Is the Biden-Harris ticket a winnable ticket in 2024? I don't think it is. Can you look at me with a straight face and tell me you like his chances in November? When you see him, do you believe in that? Is that what's going to inspire undecided voters? Come on.
It doesn't seem like he believes in himself, honestly. It really doesn't. And everything that you said, but then when he speaks, you want him to be powerful. You want him to be aggressive. You want him to be confident. And I just don't see that. And the way that he messes up names makes me feel like he ain't got it all together.
He is an uninspiring candidate with no main character energy. I've been saying that for a long time.
All right.
This comes as multiple Democrats have called for him to step down, but the support, majority of Democrats still are backing Biden in this race. We'll talk more about it in the next hour.
All right. Thank you, Gail. Morgan. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Oh, man. All right. We'll see you next hour, Morgan. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Hey!
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Monique. How you doing, Envy? I just wanted to call and tell Charlamagne he got to get it right. He called Biden Trump. You guys might want to play that back.
What are you talking about?
Biden Trump.
When did I call Biden Trump?
Just now.
In reference to what?
You were talking about step down, and that you just called him Trump.
I don't know if I did it. I don't know if I did or not. But like I also said just now, I don't trip off stuff like that because we do it all the time. Did you hear when I said that?
I heard.
That's what I'm saying. So that proves my point. I'm not tripping off stuff like that. Like I don't trip off people messing up names.
Right, but still.
What you mean, but still? I literally just said I'm not tripping off that because we do it all. We do it all the time, and I didn't even know that I did it. So that proved my point.
Okay.
Nah, I get it, but when it's Biden, he's talking about his vice president, and this is something that he's done numerous times. He's called himself the vice president. He's called Kamala Harris the president.
Yo, Envy, we've done it all the time too. I don't think you hear. You got to listen to us back sometime, and you don't really realize it until you go and read YouTube comment stuff, and you be like, "Damn, I did say that," or "Damn, Envy did say that," and we sounded stupid. We talking.
We're not the president of the United States talking about policies.
Yeah,
and
but we
things
still
like that.
talking to tens of millions of people.
It's a lot different.
It's not.
Hello.
Really?
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Courtney. Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning, Courtney. Get it off your chest.
Hey, I just want to get off my chest. It is important to be in your kids' lives. I just turned 27 on the 30th, and my father hasn't told me happy birthday in like years, and it does still hurt. Like, it really does hurt, and, you know, I try to get over it, you know, but even in adulthood, it's like, dang, you still being learning. Like, you're just 70 years being a father, so fathers, be in your kids' lives. Because, you know, no matter how nonchalant you act, you know, we still do.
You know, it's okay to call your dad, too. You said your dad hasn't called you in a year, but it's okay to reach out to your dad and just be like, hey, what's up, Pops?
I mean, you're right, but it's like, why should I have to do that when it's like, you know, you my dad. Like, you know, you did me wrong during my lifetime.
You playing the ego game.
That's
you playing the ego game. You reach out to your dad.
Yeah, just reach out to him and tell him how you feel. Tell him
life is short.
Tell him it makes you angry.
Life is short, but you know, I'm a Cancer and my ego, I'm stubborn too.
Oh,
like,
come on with that astrology. Come on with the zodiac. That's your father.
Let her be sensitive and emotional, okay? I am a Cancer too. I understand, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, don't do that, Jess. And congrats on your baby too.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. But no, as long as you still got, you know, breath in your body, you know, because I know you're not going to agree with this, but we don't know. Well, you don't know what he's going through either.
Word.
And maybe he can't be the bigger person. So show him what that's like. And at least you can say you did try. You know what I'm saying? Even if you reach out just one time and tell him how you feel, at least he won't leave Earth not knowing how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I'll definitely try to do that, but, you know, hopefully it doesn't go the wrong way, because every time I see him, it's like, dang, I really do want to cuss you out. Like, you my twin. I was like, I want to cuss you out every time.
Call him now. Once you get off the phone, just call him and say, good morning, Pops, I love you. That's all. Do that now.
All right, thanks, y'all.
She said, all right. She ain't going to do it.
She not going to do it.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up next. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this Tone, man.
Tone,
good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, Tone. Get off your chest.
Listen, I'm with Charlotte. Charlotte been saying it at least since the beginning of last year, man. That man, they need to sack Joe Biden down, man. The man got dementia, man. And what the Democratic Party doing, constantly putting him in front of people, making him talk on TV, is elderly abuse.
I'm with you to an extent. I feel like they know that he ain't got it all together, so why you keep putting him up there and embarrassing him?
It's elderly abuse, man. And the way life has been under his administration since he's been president has been too tough on us. I've seen people say they'd rather have Trump back in office because just life been too tough. And then when you see this man getting billions and billions and billions, to relieve all these other countries. Like, Joe, we hungry, Joe.
What I just
I'm
said.
debating if I'm buying waters for me to drink or food for me to eat. And it's like, how the hell is that when I live in America? We complicate these things when we shouldn't. Like, people want upward mobility and people want to feel safe. That's why people don't feel. That's what people are feeling under a Biden administration. They don't feel like they're feeling that relief in their pocket, and they don't feel safe. It's just the truth. That's how people feel. Like, well, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But you cannot tell somebody, what they feel.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Tisha from Texas.
Hey, Tisha from Texas. Good morning. What part of Texas?
I'm in Dallas, but we had like a storm in May, and then Houston got hit in June and July, and a lot of people are still without power. So send them some healing energy and some power, too.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what I want to get off my chest, I love the show. I thought I loved The Breakfast Club before, but I really, really, really love it now. Jessica has been a great asset. My problem is I'm kind of tired of that intro that y'all got with Monique. It's like a sermon every time.
I feel the same
way.
I've been thinking that. I agree with you, man.
Okay.
I've been meaning to say something. Yeah, I think I have said something behind the scenes. Not that I don't like the intro.
Oh my God, it's just like a sermon, and we get it. It's overkill now.
And it's triggering for me just because of how Monique came in here and laid me out one time in this studio. So
yeah,
triggering.
It's triggering for a lot of people
because she said, I don't care.
She lays a lot of people out.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's, what's the song? We're a movement by ourselves, but a force when we're together. That's y'all. I hate when one of y'all is out and not everybody is there, but I love it when you're all together. It's just this energy. I wake up, I'm walking right now. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm walking 3 miles with the dog, listening to y'all. Thank you so much for changing the culture and making it fun.
Well, thank you, and get your steps in this morning.
Yeah, we got it. Love y'all. Have a great day. And Jessica, congratulations on that baby. I'm so glad we're at where we are with technology, so you can still be on the air and be at home.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. Be safe out there, Mama.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now, we got Jess with the Mess coming up. What are we talking about, Jess?
Yes, the SBs. It was really nice last night. Did y'all watch it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, it was somebody that performed there that I thought should have Usher tribute, but we'll talk about it.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Happy Friday, gang.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Jess Hilarious. Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
So SB talk. Okay, so I love that Sierra opened up the show with her classics. She did 1-2 Step. She did Goodies.
Mm-hmm.
And she ate it up. That's why it always takes me back to she should have been in the Usher tribute, because that's that, you know what I'm saying? Not a twerk in sight. She was fully covered. She looked good. Boom, boom, boom. Sierra gave. And then Flau'jae performed too. I thought that's LSU's own. So she had more energy than a lot of the female rappers that we see on stage today.
Yeah.
And look, and the crowd was kind of dead. I mean, it's the ESPYs. It's like whatever. But Lil Wayne was front and center, hyping her up. Like,
her and Wayne got a record together.
Her and Wayne got a song. Yeah.
Was that the song she did? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but he was hyping her up. Like that was what it was. But she ate it up.
Yeah, I love Flau'jae.
She dope. Dropping the clues bombs with Flau'jae. Dope individual all around, from basketball to music.
Yes.
Yep, I met her a couple of times. She's a humble soul. She cool as hell.
Rest in peace, her father, Camouflage.
Okay. Serena Williams and her opening monologue. She had some fun. She been waiting all her life for this. So I'm just gonna play it.
If I've learned anything this year, it's that none of us, not a single one of us, not even me, should ever pick a fight with Kendrick Lamar. He will make your hometown not like you. The next time Drake sits courtside at a Raptors game, they're gonna Forrest Gump him. Sight's Tyken.
That's a get back.
Who got a better crip walk, Serena or Kendrick's wife?
Oh,
they both got some. Yeah, I would have to.
They both get busy.
They both get busy.
Serena do get busy, but I ain't expect for Whitney to get busy like that either.
She be hopping with it too, right?
Yeah, like
Whitney's
she
was
the
mean.
real
Yeah, she
crip,
be hopping
you know
with
what
it. I'm like, okay.
Yup, I like that. And then South Carolina Gamecocks won Team of the Year. Drop a clues bomb for them.
You already know.
I know.
803 all day.
All right.
Metro, what's happening? Don
Shout
Staley,
out
what's
that
happening?
coach. I was ready to say shout out the coach. Shout out the coach. Okay, and then best boxer of the year went to Terrence Crawford. He also appeared on Breakfast Club. And then best UFC fighter went to Sean O'Malley. So it was actually a great show. Okay, you know.
And drop on the clues bomb for Asia Wilson too. She was she took home a trophy for the best WNBA player, and I think she won best female athlete yesterday.
Salute
Yes,
to her.
and she's on the cover of NBA 2K5, 803 Metro Zone. Asia Wilson. That's right, best player in the WNBA. Okay? The crown is hers until further notice, and it's not changing no time soon.
I like that. Okay. All right, you our manager?
No, I'm just, she's from the crib, so, whenever I see somebody from the crib, doing the things that she does, it inspires me.
It's well deserved.
That's right.
Did she get a book?
Asia Wilson already has a New York Times bestseller. Yeah, she has
I'm talking about, did she get your book?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, probably not. Look, Diddy's mother was hospitalized. Diddy's mother, no, I don't want to report this laughing. Come on, shut up. Diddy's mother is hospitalized. Janice Combs was rushed to a Florida hospital yesterday after experiencing chest pains. Reports say that Diddy was in Miami at the time and was able to be by her side upon her request. They're still running tests to determine what caused Janice, or Janice, sorry, I don't know if I'm saying it right or not, her chest pains, but a close source to the family says that she believes that the chest pains are from stress linked to Diddy's legal issues. She's expected to stay in the hospital for another day. Janice is 83 years old, and she looks good, honestly, for an 83-year-old. Prayers up for Mama Combs. So
definitely prayers up for Mama Combs.
Definitely,
absolutely, 100%.
I didn't know she was 83.
I think she older than that. I think she's 84. I think she's 84.
Okay. Well, whether we're off
tell her
by
how
a
old
year
she is.
or
It says it in the thing. It says she's 84 years old.
Oh, I see 83 everywhere. But I mean, either way, I'll take either one. Please,
Absolutely.
God, please, God, let me see 83 years on this planet, or 84, whatever it is.
Jesus, yeah. Kim Kardashian tries salmon sperm facial.
What?
So on a recent episode of The Kardashians, Kim K admitted to getting a salmon sperm facial. All right, now I know the L is silent, y'all, but I don't care. I'm gonna put it in the word as long as I see it. So salmon sperm facials are injections that reportedly improve skin hydration, plumpness, texture, and wrinkles. It's an anti-aging technique that promises to increase cell turnover, improve pigmentation, and produce more collagen. Last year, Jennifer Aniston admitted to doing the same facials, but claims she stopped because she didn't see any benefit from it. Kim K trying out these facials shouldn't be much of a surprise, because back in 2022, she told the New York Times that she's willing to try any anti-aging treatments. She's willing to give anything a try that will keep her looking young forever. So that's one of those things, if y'all looking for something else to do to y'all face out there.
Salmon sperm.
Well, before you say something about Kim K, you better start checking what's in a lot of y'all products, because you ever heard of taurine? You ever heard of that? Taurine is an organic molecule that was originally extracted from bull semen. And a lot of energy drinks contain taurine.
Really?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm saying
a lot of
semen.
energy drinks contain taurine. So a lot of y'all been drinking bull semen and don't know it. Now, a lot of companies, and I'm not going to say any of the companies' names because I don't know if they advertise on iHeart, but they now produce the taurine synthetically. But a lot of taurine is in a lot of energy drinks, and that is something extracted from bull sperm.
Well, I mean,
Fun
I'm
fact.
not really thinking that it's a problem anyway, because who don't drink sperm? You know what I'm saying? It's like a big whoop.
I've never drunk sperm.
So, no, I'm not talking about y'all.
Oh, you talking to like ladies and gay men?
Like women, it's like, it's like,
I got
all
you.
right, whatever, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Salmon sperm, I actually might prefer some of that than,
it's like, and I get what you're saying. It's like when you talk about people, how they say like how like cow's milk isn't really healthy for humans. Yeah. So it's like, why would you drink a milk from another species? That's what you're saying,
right?
So so don't clown her for drinking salmon sperm if you drinking human sperm.
If you drinking whole milk, and
I like
human
this
sperm.
I like this, Jess. I think this is logic. This is sound logic to me.
I'm gonna have to get some of that taurine.
I don't want to. It's enough. All right. All right. Okay.
That's Jess With The Mess show. I don't got time.
This is Freaky Friday.
It's
All
not.
right.
It's not. This was science class.
Okay. All right. Now I'm trying to see what.
Oh God! Now you the most excited person in the room. I just start talking about drinking men's sperm.
You see that awkward pause?
He start crip walking.
He was thinking the ways. Thinking the ways to be gay.
I'm just trying to not say that. You cannot say that.
Fiending for the semen. Hey yo.
That's funny.
Hilarious.
I didn't find it funny. Red, did you find it funny? All right. Well, when we come back, front page news, y'all. It's Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Oh, don't sound
Wake
like...
up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Let's get into it then. So Donald Trump is asking a judge to throw out the guilty verdict in his New York hush money case. His team made the request on Thursday, pointing to the newest Supreme Court ruling that defines when a former president is immune from prosecution. His sentencing in this case was initially set for this week on July 11th, but has been delayed to allow for more time to consider the Supreme Court's decision. In May, the New York jury found Trump guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records and making hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Meanwhile, New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is pushing two pieces of legislation she says would reform the Supreme Court. It comes after multiple Supreme Court justices were accused of accepting lavish gifts and luxury trips and failing to disclose conflicts of interest. Gillibrand says AOC's articles of impeachment seem reasonable. Let's hear more from Senator Gillibrand.
Together, these bills restore integrity, faith, and trust in our nation's highest court. This legislation makes clear that no one, even Supreme Court justices, are above the law. It's simply outrageous. Federal judges and especially Supreme Court justices should be above reproach. Even the appearance of impropriety undermines the public trust. We need to hold our justices accountable, and we need to limit how long they are allowed to serve. If they've broken laws, if they've certainly had conflicts of interest, those are factual issues that really would need to be assessed. And you could assess that in an impeachment process. But it certainly raises grave concerns for me that they are not objective.
All of that is above my pay grade. I just know that the Supreme Court, should be what everybody is talking about because they are no longer a legitimate institution. They are corrupt. So, whatever pieces of legislation she's pushing that could reform the Supreme Court, I don't even know what that means, reform the Supreme Court. But whatever it is, something needs to be done. Yeah, break it down for me, Morgan.
Yes, let me tell you. So the bills would require the Supreme Court to create a streamlined and open process to receive ethics complaints and improve transparency around gifts and conflicts of interest. Another bill would rid the Supreme Court justices' lifetime appointments and impose an 18-year term limit. What do you think about that? So that way they wouldn't be able to serve until basically they die or step down.
I don't know, because 18 years is still a long time, and that's a lifetime. A lot of damage can still be done. I believe we need somebody with the courage to expand the Supreme Court. And everybody keeps talking about, you can't pack the Supreme Court. Conservatives already have, and it's not even about just it being majority conservative. It's about the fact that they're so far right. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, Democratic.
And they're supposed to be impartial. They're not.
Yes, Democratic Florida Congressman Maxwell Frost actually entered the chat saying the same thing. He is the youngest member of Congress, the U.S. House of Representatives, and he wrote on X recently that Supreme Court is a right-wing, politically corrupt branch of government operating with no oversight. He adds that Americans deserve a fair, impartial court, not justices who are bought, and paid for by billionaires and special interests. Of course, this comes after New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC as a lot of people like to affectionately call her, filed impeachment articles against two justices this week, Thomas and Alito. Regardless of all of this, I keep telling y'all, regardless of how you feel, regardless of which side, you just make sure you are registered to vote. The Republican-led House passed legislation on Wednesday that would require voters to provide proof of citizenship when registering to vote. I thought we already did that. But Speaker Mike Johnson said the SAVE Act, which stands for Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, is aimed at preventing non-citizens from swaying federal elections. Let's hear more from Speaker Mike Johnson on the SAVE Act.
But we have so many non-citizens in the country right now that if only 1 out of 100 of those illegal aliens voted, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of votes being cast. President Biden says he's going to veto the bill. And Democrat leadership right now is engaging in a very robust whipping operation to stop this bill from being passed. It is absolutely outrageous, and the American people need to know what's happening here. Should Americans, and Americans alone, determine the outcome of American elections? Or should we allow foreigners and illegal aliens to decide who sits in the White House, and here in the People's House, and in the Senate?
So that bill passed with a final vote of 221 to 198, with 5 Democrats voting in favor of the measure. It now heads to the Senate, where it faces strong opposition from Democrats. But President Biden said he would veto that bill, and Democrats argue the move would make it harder for Americans to cast their ballot. There's already so much going on with voter suppression as is. Do you think that this could help or hurt the situation?
I don't think there's anything wrong with providing proof of citizenship when registering to vote.
Yeah, I want to say we already do that, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't see how that hurts.
So are they saying something other than your license, though? Like you would have to come down with a birth certificate to register to vote, which is crazy. I think that's a little too much. Like nobody wants to come down with a birth certificate. If it's their license, that's cool. But I do get what they're saying, where like Americans should actually decide who's the president of America. But I can't see people bringing their birth certificate down to vote. That just seems a little strange.
Let me ask y'all this. Y'all know where y'all birth certificate is?
Under my mama bed.
Yeah, it's definitely under my mama bed somewhere.
I'm just saying, a lot of people don't. They don't have it within reach, so it could be.
But I mean,
a concern.
And it is. I mean, it's illegal for people who aren't U.S. citizens to vote in federal contests. So I don't see the problem with having to provide proof of citizenship when registering to vote.
Some felons also can't vote, so there's that. Just saying. All right, y'all. So that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. You can follow me on social media at Morgan Media, MorgynMedia. And for more news coverage, be sure you check it out, the Black Information Network at BINnews.com, and follow us at Black Information Network. Thank y'all.
The only other thing I too would say, Morgan, is, and not just the Morgan, but everybody listening, a lot of people say non-citizen voting is not even a thing. Like they say it's not. It's not widespread or even a significant occurrence. And they say it's already illegal. So I don't know. Maybe people just feel like this is a nothing burger. I don't know.
All right.
We will certainly see. I mean, November is right around the corner, but at the same time, we've got time. So
all right.
Keep you posted.
Thank you, Morgan. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Everybody else, when we come back, actor Cory Hardrick will be joining us. You know him for so many different flicks, and he is in the new Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black, and we're going to talk to him when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
That's right. He walked in looking like he the leader of a group. A stellar R&B group.
Cory Hardrick, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Man, thank you for having me, man.
How you feeling?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. I'm on the Breakfast Club.
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Yes, sir.
I love that.
You got the new movie Divorce in Black, Tyler Perry's new movie.
Yep,
on Amazon. Came out today.
Dropped today.
How does it feel?
Man, it feels surreal. It feels like I'm a new artist right now. I got this new great energy in my life. I feel like God got his hand on me, and I'm ready to take it to the next level.
You've been doing this
great.
Over 30 years now?
30
years. It still feels new? You don't feel like a OG in it now?
No, I don't, because I live like I'm real simple off. Like when you don't see me like acting, like it's just like I'm simple. I stay disconnected to everything. I just feel like I go like, what's the next job? I just keep my head down and keep going. Then when I go out to like Essence and then people love, they saying all this work, then it makes you feel good to say, your people appreciate you and they love what you do, and that makes me want to keep going.
Do you know when you got one? Like you do a role like this and you be like, oh man,
I got one.
This might be.
He said I got one.
Okay.
I got one.
How do you know
Perry,
that?
I love Tyler Perry, man. He gave me an opportunity. He called me up, and Megan Good told him that I was a great actor, and he said, if you had a chance to pick one actor, who you working with? She said, Cory Hardrick.
Wow.
Tyler called me one morning, and he was like, hello, Cory, it's Tyler Perry. That same deep voice.
Did you believe it when he first called? Did you know it was him, or he was like, eh?
No, because them scam people be calling you a lot, so you don't know if it's one of them. But it was really him, and I had to get my voice right. And he said, I'm a fan of your work. And I was just like, wow, he wants to work with me. And I read the script, and it was all on the page, and I felt like it was a character I haven't played. And I said, I can do some justice to this role. I was ready to do it.
I saw you say working with a good co-star like Megan Good is like having a good dance partner.
I said that, dance partner?
I thought you said dance partner.
Or a good tennis man. If I said that, yeah, but she's great because I've known Megan.
He said, did I say that? I want to make sure.
No. Essentially, you just saying that you having chemistry with a person.
Yes, we had great chemistry because I've known Megan. We did an independent film, and we've seen each other in passing, always rooting each other on. So when we worked, we had good chemistry, and it was already, that energy was already there. And it just carried over to the film, even though we played two opposites. It's like it's crazy chemistry that we need for the protagonist, antagonist, and who my Dallas is. He's a wild boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's crazy, but that's necessary in film. You need that crazy dude.
So I was gonna say, for people that don't know, it just came out today. Tell people what the film is about.
Two divorced couples going through different gists of families. My family supports me. But even though I'm wrong, they never tell me I'm wrong, which is not right. You got, your family always by your side, but no, you got to tell him he's wrong. And Dallas just didn't know how to treat people. And I think it stems from his childhood trauma, dealing with, his different abuse that he's went through, and he's never knew how to heal and never knew how to treat people. So when you don't deal with that, like mental health issues, it carries over into your adult life. And that's what happened with him. So he loved her, but he didn't know how to, he kind of sabotaged the marriage even before it got going, and she had to leave. It was enough, and I, like outside, Cory looking at that situation, I'm like, she got to be happy, got to do what's best for you, and that's this character she did to Ava. So,
did you feel like y'all got typecasted because both of y'all did go through high-profile divorces?
No, I don't think so. I'm an actor, I've been doing this Charlamagne for like 30 years, and I know when I see good work on a page, and it just so happened that happened in my life. But what happened was I pulled from my experience, the triumphs, the tragedies, everything, and and what I do, what I'm great at, and I said I'm gonna embody all those, channel all those feelings and emotions, and I'm gonna just put it into the camera. I'm gonna let the work speak for me. I don't really speak much about personal life or matters, but you gonna know by the fruit that he's
Were you hesitant at all when they called you, said the name of the movie is Divorce in Black, and everything that you were going
through? I didn't know the name.
Oh, you didn't know the name at first?
I didn't know the name at all. I didn't really know the name until I got down there, and started seeing, because it was initialed DITB. Then I put it together like, wait, what does this mean? Divorce in. I said, damn, they gonna start saying something. They gonna start saying something. But I said, you know what? I'm an actor. Like, I gotta go do what I love. I gotta take care of my babies. And I love to act. That's it.
But it's tough, right? Because you're out here, and for you and Megan, y'all out here promoting this movie, and it makes people want to ask about your personal situation.
I mean, as they should, because they want to know. But my whole thing is my real life is my real life, and I just don't. I've never been that way. Even being in a situation, married, I still never. I always protected my kids, and I protected her as well, because I feel like that's a man's duty. Whether you're together or not, is to always protect her, even though no matter what's going on. I just don't. I don't fall into the pressure. Like, you can't pressure me into putting no one down and saying this is what happened or they did me. Like, never that. It's always gonna be unconditional love with me, because I definitely want her to win, and she wants me to win, and we know the truth, and that's just where I leave it.
Did you have to call her and say, look, I'm just going to let you know, we're doing this movie. It's called this, but it has nothing to do with that?
No, she just texted me and said she's very proud of me.
That's dope.
She's so proud of me. The world don't know that, and they don't see that. They don't need to. So it's all like love.
I love it.
As an actor, before you take on a role, do you have to empty out everything you might be going through personally to fill yourself up with this role, this character?
I do. I empty it all out on the camera. So when you see it, it's coming from a real place. That's the therapeutic side that I use. I use it as therapy to get it all out.
What if you got to get into a dark space? Like, what if you're a happy, joyful person, but you got to get into a very dark space?
Most of my characters have been dark. Violence, shooting people, biting people's nose off. That's what that's what I do. That's what I do. Like, I know how to play that guy really well, street guy, you know what I'm saying? And I feel at home playing that character. So it's kind of like an easy transition for me when I get these characters.
So on the other side, is it easy to get out those characters?
Yes and no. When I did I did like 5 or 6 action films, and that was tough with all the shooting. And sometimes, I feel like you got the PTSD from hearing all and ducking. I remember I used to walk around the house and look around the corner and You know, like, somebody over there.
Kid daughter running out. Dad, it's just me, Dad.
Yeah, or you got to answer the door with a deep voice, like, who is it?
Yeah.
You got to put that tone, like, it's just. But no, I know how to channel it and move it to the side when I have to. But
what was the most challenging scene for you?
I would say the most challenging scene was roughing up Megan, because I've never put hands on a woman in my life, so that was hard. So I had to ask her, "You okay?" Like touching her like a hand, and I had to throw over the kitchen, and I felt bad because I was like, "How am I gonna do? She's fragile." But she said, "Cory, go for it. I've been doing this. Be an actor, play Dallas, service the character." I did that, and so that was cool. And then Miss Debbie Morgan, that was hard as hell, man. Walking into y'all didn't see them. I can talk about it.
I mean, if you want to give it away.
Well, no, it's a scene I have with Miss Debbie Morgan. Miss Debbie Morgan, and I had to grab her. I had to call out a name, and she's like, "Baby, grab me." Like, she grabbed my hand, and when she did that, then I grabbed her.
Now, you've been doing this for over 30 years.
Yes, sir.
Now, you just said something that made me think, is this what you always did, right? You said, I asked Megan, "Hey, do you mind?" Back then, did you ask her, or was it just like, "No, I'm doing my part and this is what it is"? But now it seems like I hear more and more actors saying, let me ask first, "Do you mind if I do this to you?" Even though it's in the script, let me speak. Did you always did that, or was it?
Always. I've always been considerate of a woman or anybody on set. I pride myself in being a professional. I've never had an HR case in my life. Name is clean. I've never got fired from a job in my life. So I pride myself in being a professional and respecting the whole workspace and environment and doing my job. So, I would have done this years ago. But now it's tight because everything is different. Even we had a little intimate scene. It wasn't really like that. I had to say, like, "You okay?" Boom.
Even though it's in the script.
I had to. I had to. You know what I'm saying? And I did that. I want to make sure my scene partner is comfortable working with me. And I make them feel comfortable, and that brings out their best work, because they know I'm there to handle business. I ain't there for nothing else.
All right, we got more with Cory Hardrick when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Cory Hardrick. His new flick, Divorce in the Black, is on Amazon Prime. Charlamagne?
I remember Megan told me one time, she said that you got to watch what roles you even take nowadays, because people think you're that character.
Man, listen, Charlamagne, the movie came out at 3 a.m. I had about probably 60 messages. Like, "I hate that." No, really. But they said, "I love you, Cory, but I hate." Like, they really. So I said, I did my job.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna have a good shelf life, and if it can do what Lauren, we were talking earlier. Lauren's got The Matrix after What's Love Got to Do with It? If it could do that, then I'm all for it. But I need people to know that's Dallas. Let's please don't run up on me on the street like that.
Because you got idiots out here who, for whatever reason, don't know the difference.
Somebody followed me, man, in the LA airport and said, "Why you kill Tupac?"
Man, stop, man.
Shut up, man. He was serious.
He said, "Why you kill?" And I looked at him like, "No, I know he's playing with me, right?" He followed me to the damn gate, man. And he was like, "Man, why you set him up, man? Why you do that?" I said, "Man, are you serious? Like, you had to get that extra look?"
Yes, yeah.
I said, "Man, come on now. Don't even..." The brother, that's a movie. Don't you know this? Like, I have nothing. I just play the character, man.
I don't think they do. When Megan said that to me, I thought she was tripping too. But then I'm like,
no,
I can see that in this era.
Or like a movie I did, Brotherly Love. That's done really well for like the younger generation. Yep. They always be like, "Why did Quincy kill?" I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's a movie. But, that means we're doing our jobs. Art imitates life. And if I got to keep doing that, then I'm not going to shortchange the craft because a person feels a certain way. I got to go. It's like all or nothing, you know what I'm saying?
How was it adjusting to, still having your career, but now being in a co-parenting situation, speaking to the kids? Because I saw you had one of your kids with you at the BET Awards.
Yeah, my son Creed, he was at the BET Awards. 13, he got to meet NLE Chopper. He saw Gun, he was excited. But like I said, we have a great co-parent relationship, and it's about the kids. At the end of the day, it's about the kids, and we're doing great in that area. And like I said, I want everybody happy, man. I support that, just happiness.
Well, what's it like sharing those moments with your child at the BET Awards? Because he's happy to be there with you, but then when he sees an NLE Chopper or a Gunner, you're like, "Hey!"
No, he was trying to act super cool around me. I was like, "Creed, go!" I was like, "Son, go get the picture." He was like, "Dad, chill,
Don't
man."
embarrass me.
But he called me man. He's like, "Dad, chill, man." I was like, "Boy, you just called me man."
chill, man.
You don't even talk like that, man. He was like fronting on me, and I was like, "Come on, son, you acting all cool."
At least he ain't call you bro, because that's the new thing. They be like, "Yo, bro."
He do
like,
that
who
too.
you call him bro?
He called me bro, but not then. He called me chill, man. I was like, "Okay, son, I'm gonna chill because right now I don't want to mess up your energy." because you're in a good space right now. And he's got inspired by going. The next morning, he woke up trained in 2 hours in the backyard. Video showed me the FaceTime. Like, Dad, look, I really want to go to the NBA. So I said, if that can give him that spark, man, that's what I wanted.
Oh, that's what he wants to do.
He wants to go.
Yeah.
And I tell him, you can do anything in this world you want to do. And it's something on people. I was doing an interview, and we always say hard work, dedication. And then we finished up with I got God on my side. And he said it on People Magazine.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what's up, man.
So how old are you as a dad? Like you said, your son called you bro before.
Yes, he has.
You're a girl dad as well. So that means you get emotional at times.
Always. I'm always emotional with my kids.
Oh, I'm the same. But so talk about that a little bit. Raising kids in this industry and having kids. How has it changed your life?
It's changed my life because I got to walk with a certain responsibility on how I move. And I pride myself in that because I got somebody counting on me, like some little people counting on me. So Daddy can't make the wrong move. Daddy got to stay on swivel. Daddy can't get caught up in no mess. Daddy got to protect the mama regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I live my life.
I think the biggest issue for us is, I can't speak for us, everybody, but sometimes with black men, I always say my dad raised me out of fear and not love. That's just because he didn't want me to make the same mistakes that he made. And being that we're, I believe, the first generation that gets the luxury of healing, we have to show how to lead, how to parent with love and not fear.
Yes, I agree. It's all about love and fear because you do crazy things out of fear, and it won't. It's just like that can't be healthy. So you got to move with love. You got to move with the good, pure intentions. And like I said, but you got to be honest with your kids too. I try to tell them what the real world looks like and what it really is because my kids are very spoiled. First class. I didn't fly a plane till I was 17, and that was coach all the way in the back.
Shoot, I didn't get on until I was 21.
Oh, 21? Yeah, I think I was 17 or 18. But he knows about, sushi, the first class, and Emirates, and Lufthansa.
Emirates.
He said Emirates and sushi.
But Lufthansa, he knows, at an early age. But I said, son, mommy and daddy work for this. You got to work, man. No, if you don't work, you're not going to get none of this. And you can't rely on daddy. Like, I will take care of you with my kids, but I'm like, come on, that $55,000 school tuition ain't no joke, and now my daughter just got in kindergarten, same school. So I'm like, son, I'm doing that for you, so you got to do something.
That's the other struggle.
What's that?
Because my daughter's the same way. My youngest, 8 and 5. My favorite airline is Emirates. I like Mint JetBlue, and I want to go back to Zanzibar, and it's like whoa, you know what I mean? So, but
you open their eyes though.
Yes, but there's also a part of you that feels like you want to instill some type of little struggle in.
Little struggle.
Remember
the pork and beans and hot dogs? See, they don't come from that. Sugar sound it's just like I want him to have that sometimes. Take him to Chicago, take him to the project. I want him to see that.
No, they order steak. Can I get my steak medium, please? I'm like, medium? I used to get it well done and sizzling.
But do we really want that for our kids?
I don't, but it's kind of like I want to trick them. Like I want it, but I know. You know, like, man, my kid's going to be fine. Yeah. But just give them a little balance.
My kids order Uber Eats when they hungry. Yeah. We'd have to go and make something. Figure something out.
Shoot, if there was something to make.
If it was something to make.
But they go Uber Eats. Nah, I'm just going to order Chick-fil-A today, Dad.
Yeah.
And we say, okay.
It's different.
All right, baby.
But are we setting them up for success, or is it like fail? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I didn't have that. Mm-hmm. Like, I know how to go get it. Like, whatever. You can throw me out in survival mode. I'm sure you guys as well. But I guess I do get afraid sometimes.
I pray constantly to raise trauma-free kids. Yeah. So why would we ever? And I always think to myself, why do I want to, show them any type of trauma? Like, why? Why do I want that in them when I'm trying so hard to get it out of me? Was there any doubt that I might not make it out of Chicago?
Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah. A lot of crazy stories. Got a gun pulled on. It's a lot of those. We'll be here all day. Like, I made it out by the grace of God. I've got the song, Psalms 46:10, be still, know I'm God. Right. I've been wearing the blood of Jesus on his left hand for 13 years. Got oil on it. So, but I still cuss. I'm still real. Mm-hmm. I look a man in the eye and let him know I'm a grown ass man. It's just me. I don't need 30 people with me. So it's just like, but I do love God and know I'm still here because of God, and I got a purpose to fulfill.
What does your support system look like? Like just you, Cory?
I mean, I'm working on it. My kids, not a big one. I'm working on it. I'm just now getting team behind me is telling me to celebrate myself. I don't really know how. I wasn't never really used to celebrating me. I was always, what's the next job, or what's the next thing, or keep moving, or that's not good enough, or because I 40-some movies I still felt like not appreciated sometimes, man, but But this is the first one where I feel like Mr. Perry was just like, you know, he told me he loved me the other day, hugged me, I'm so effing proud of you, you know. And to hear him say that gave me some confidence to say, I'm doing all right.
Do you feel like you don't get the credit you deserve as an actor?
I'm not looking for it. I don't know.
You're not looking for it, but do you feel that way?
Nah, they'll give it to me when they supposed to. Like, I get underrated, and how come you ain't in more movies? And I get compared to people, but I'm like, people you compare me to, I love, and my friends, you know? God gives time. Like, the time is different for everybody, you know? But I feel like my time is now, though.
All right, we got more with Cory Hardrick when we come back. And make sure you check out Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black on Amazon Prime Video right now. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We still kicking it with Cory Hardrick. He's in the building. His new flick, Divorce in the Black, is out right now. So, Cory, what is your dream role?
I really haven't thought it. I used to want to play Barack, but then they did a movie about Barack, and I was like,
I can see that.
I can see it too.
Yeah, I really want to play. Being from Chicago, but now I just want to play. Like, I want to play Black Jesus, save the world. Like, you know, I want to really do that, like, in a human way, like save people, help people. You know, just let people know that, you know, that we gonna be all right. You know, and I'm the one that can make sure everything's okay. I want to play that character, whatever that character may be.
How do you stay focused nowadays, being a single man, and, you know, being on television and being in movies? And I'm sure women are, you know, coming at you. You on Breakfast Club with a blazer on, no shirt, thirst trapping.
I saw y'all. No, I'm not. I ain't thirst trapping.
Giving it up, Cory.
But I said I want to hit him with that Rick James.
Just hilarious.
I said I want to hit him with that Rick James. You know, my man out there, he told me, he's like, yeah, light skinned brothers always come with no shirt on, but I said I got dark skin energy, brother. I act like a dark skinned dude, but I'm like, whatever, man. But I'm not dating. It's just I'm focused on my kids. That's why I'm dating. Like, 'cause when I'm not trying to work or handling business, I'm trying to get my body right. I'm real into the health conscious. Like, I eat well, I do cryotherapy, massages, physical therapy. So I do that. And my children, you know, so I'm focused.
Was doing this movie therapeutic for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Just for the subject matter, you know, even though Dallas is nowhere like Cory Hardrick. And I want people to know that, because, you know, I got some messages that I saw too, and they gonna be talking.
Yeah.
But if they don't recognize that I'm an actor, I've really been doing this, you know. I've been to the Oscars, you know, twice. I've been in a bunch of movies that's made over billions of dollars, but like you say, I haven't really been visible. Like, I got a publicist now. She's here, Michelle Huff. I got a manager, Shayla. Like, got some strong Black women behind me. So it's like,
did you not have that before?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh, that's why you hesitated when I asked you what's the support system look like when you say you're working on it.
Yeah, I'm working. This is all new.
Wow.
I've known them both for a while, but this is new, and they're like my community who's trying to inspire, encourage me. So sometimes it's still hard for me to believe it on who I am.
Is that because you lost your mom at such an early age?
I would say that's some of it. And just dealing, lost my brother like 14 years ago to gun violence in Chicago. That's why Chicago, when we bring that up, is kind of like a touchy, you know, because that brings back memories of tragedy and pain, you know, when I think about Chicago. But it is, you know, it happened, and, you know, I'm doing my best to honor them to this day. And I lost my stepdad a few years ago as well, who's like my dad as well. So it's just been a lot. It's been a lot, and then, you know, everyone knows the other thing, and so it gets tough, but it is what it is.
Do you have to adjust to bringing people around, because you probably condition yourself to be such a
closed
loner?
off. I don't trust nobody. Like, it takes a while to get into like my space or just to let you in there. So I'm, like I said, when I said I'm working on it, I'm really like working on it now. Like today, I do see light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like it's clear as day now, like where I'm going. I've developed strength, like a certain strength where I feel like can't nothing stop me now. I'm actually stronger than I've ever been at this moment in my life.
I'm always scared for actors, though, only because, like, you know, they always say staying busy is a response to trauma. And when you're acting, you can totally escape yourself. You don't even have to be you or deal with you. So when you're not acting and you finally got to just sit down and deal with you, oh, my God.
You're right. I mean, yeah, because I give it all into the camera, but when you go and you're done, you just plop down and it's like, man, I'm exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm drained. Like, I'm drained. Like, what do I do to pick myself back up? That's why I just do a lot of things like eating healthy. That helps me out. Like drinking some fasting and drinking juice, doing a juice cleanse. Like that gets me back. Doing a foot treatment like detox treatment with the foot treatments. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sound like you're learning yourself all over again, man.
Yes, I am.
It's a good thing.
Word.
In a good way.
Absolutely.
Right. Just in a good way. Like people are like, man, I ain't never seen like you stepping out and you doing all this stuff, but I feel like I have to now to get to where I need to go, you know? It's just like I gotta do a little different, just a small tweak. I'm not really changing who I am. It's just I'm just letting people know that I'm Cory Hardrick.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad we're seeing you more, man.
Thank you. DJ. I'm proud of y'all brothers doing it.
Thank you,
doing
sir.
it, man, holding it down for the culture.
Did you have chest hairs and you shaved them off?
I have no chest hairs.
Why
Okay,
are you
I'm just
in
saying.
this man's chest? This
I
is
didn't
the
put no
second time
grease.
you talking about this man's
Charlamagne,
chest.
come on, man.
No, it's just
You
interesting
kinky.
to me. I
You
like
kinky, Charlamagne.
when you
I was gonna hit him with that pause.
No,
He didn't even say pause.
Pause, man.
When you doing the blazer no shirt, I'm like, okay. Like you said, Rick James. I'm just trying to figure it out.
It get a little tricky when they glisten the chest. I don't do nothing to my chest. Whatever my chest look like, that's what it's gonna look like.
You don't want them to put no.
You ain't put nothing on my chest.
Even when they doing the makeup, like you don't let them spray.
Stay away from the chest.
They come and they be like, let me spray on this a little bit.
Charlamagne, no. I got to keep it grown, man. I'm a grown ass man, dog. Don't come in my chest, man.
Paul, God damn.
Oh,
that was a
Now you just talking about
that was crazy. What he said was crazy just now. Yeah, it was crazy.
No, you my man. I hit you with the pause.
Jesus Christ, you made us awkward and uncomfortable. All right. Well, Cory, we appreciate you for joining us.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure Charlamagne was flirting with you.
Make sure y'all check out the movie, though.
Yes, Divorce in the Black out right now. Salute to the good brother Tyler Perry. We do not give Tyler Perry the flowers he deserves.
I love Tyler Perry. This movie gonna change. It's changing my career trajectory. I'm telling you right now. When y'all see it, you gonna see what I was saying.
We saw what Megan said about Tyler paying her the most she's ever been paid.
What she
I've heard
deserves.
Taraji say that. I've heard Tiffany Haddish say that. Did he do
Can I
that?
tell you?
Yeah.
He paid me the most I ever made in a film for 3 weeks.
Really?
Ever. And I worked on films 5 months, $75 million budgets. 3 weeks. That's why I say he's a gift from God.
He's an amazing human being.
Gift from God, man.
And I don't think people realize, and maybe I'm wrong because I'm not in Hollywood, but doesn't that set a precedent? Once you get that,
I hope so.
Your rate moving forward.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can just being honest. I hope so. I would love to, double that or keep it pushing there and beyond. So yeah, I feel like I'm on the right track for that.
But salute to Tyler because people don't do that, man. And I love hearing those stories. I love
Amazing
hearing
person.
people say that.
I had the Brad Pitt, Eddie Murphy trailer, like the 3 levels. I went in there. It had a bed or a water bed, a jacuzzi. I'm saying you could live in in the trailer they had for me. That's how I knew. I said I'm being valued.
That's right. That's right.
So that's what brought out my best work of being valued.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for
I love
joining
Tyler
us.
Perry.
I gotta ask you one more question.
Ask me anything.
I want you to look at this man right here.
All right, man. In the interview,
You've
man.
seen Morris Chestnut before.
What
He
that got to do with
swears he
anything?
looked like Morris Chestnut.
Not in the movie. Like he not working with
He looked
Morris.
like
This ain't got
Morris
nothing to do with
Chestnut.
nothing.
He swears he looks like
you
Morris
saying
Chestnut.
you look like
he
Morris.
think he look like Morris
This has
Chestnut. He
nothing to do
calls
with
himself
nothing.
Morris Chestnut. Now you've seen the brother.
I'ma
You've
be
been
honest
in
with you,
movies with the
Cory.
brother.
You look like Charlamagne.
Thank you.
I don't think you favor Morris Chestnut.
Thank you.
I don't see it.
Or you might need LASIX a little bit,
See?
just a little, like. Or
But
just
why are you saying you
squint a
look like
little
another
bit.
man?
Squint like
you
this.
saying you look like another dude?
No,
Like, what's going on?
Morris said he gets mistaken for me. That's what he said on Jennifer
I know
Hudson's show.
Morris. Morris lying his ass off. Morris don't look like you, man. Why y'all doing that? Morris, stop that, man. That's my man.
Cory Hardrick, ladies and gentlemen. Check out Tyler Perry's Divorce in Black on Amazon Prime right now. And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get to Jess With The Mess.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies,
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Okay, so Michael Ealy and Megan Good reunited. Michael Ealy ran into his old work wife, Megan Good, at this event in LA, and their reaction was caught on video and is now going viral. I'm pretty sure y'all saw the video. The video shows Michael Ealy hugging Megan tight, picking her up, about to spin her around, making her squeal with glee, and then it shows that Jonathan Majors is standing right there, seemingly being unacknowledged. Remember that I said that. Michael Ealy skips him and then daps up the rapper D Smoke, and he was right there with his wife too, but he politely greeted D Smoke's wife, with a handshake, and then they all took a group photo. Fans went crazy after seeing the video because, like I said, it seemed like he didn't acknowledge Jonathan Majors. So it was a lot of comments swarming around and all of that. Oh my God, that's crazy. Not how you gonna pick up somebody's wife and do all of that. Now that the way they spoke, that was a little crazy, you know what I'm saying, for my guy to be right there next to me. But Lauren LaRosa from Brown Girl Grinding did her research, and or Brown Girl Grind.
Brown Girl Grinding,
Grinding, okay.
Is brown girls doing something
freaky? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Salute to Lauren.
A little freaky on a Friday, but yeah, salute to Lauren. She did her research and found a full video of their interaction, and it seemed like Michael Ealy spoke to Jonathan first before he even so he hugged her first. That was funny. I just wanted to clear that up because people ain't clearing that up on these blogs. They will believe
anything.
The most negative narrative.
Because nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. So it's better for me if I take your clip out of context or take your words out of context and get this engagement and get these retweets and get the computers puting.
Correct.
That is so crazy though. But it's still. He ain't had to pick her up though. All right, Mike.
I was gonna ask you that. You don't have a friend that you know like that picks you up like that? No.
Not in front of my boyfriend. No, we not really even play like that.
I agree with that. I think it's still got to be a level of respect.
It depends who it is. Like I got one person, like Danny, who shares the same birthday with me. You know Danny, one of my best friends.
Let Danny pick Gia up.
Danny picks Gia up, grab, like they haven't seen each other in a long time. It doesn't bother me. Danny comes to my house when I'm not home.
Danny still drink Patron like you do.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Because he be drunk. I'm about to say Danny be drunk. So he's doing too much.
But does Danny pick you up too after?
He does not. But Danny will come to the crib.
I saw Danny do that. I saw Danny hug you from behind one time.
Danny does not hug me from behind.
Did.
Don't start that rumor. But Danny will come to the crib, take my kids to amusement parks. Like he does that. He's the only one. But you just don't know how close they are.
I got you.
Yeah, I ain't never picked none of my homegirls off their feet. I don't see the point in all that.
And then made them squeal and almost spin them around, and it's like, damn.
But maybe they was happy to see each other. I don't know how close they are.
Absolutely happy to see each other, but no, it was just still, it was still a more appropriate way he could have greeted her in front of her man. 2 women arrested for killing sugar daddy. We have the report. Please play that.
Prosecutors have filed charges against 2 women who investigators say gained access to a dead man's Cash App by cutting off his finger.
Investigators tell us Audrey Miller and Tiffany Taylor Gray viciously attacked the man inside his Northwest D.C. apartment back in April, then cut off the man's thumb, stole his phone, and cleaned up the crime scene.
Y'all watch too many movies. I know I seen that on a movie. I just can't think about what movie it is.
It sounds like
I seen it.
Definitely.
It's going to come to me in a second, but I seen the movie where they've done this.
Yeah,
and it sounds like a Lifetime movie. I wouldn't even give that Tubi. That's a little too good. That sounds like something Lifetime did before. But the guy was 53 years old. He was a married father of 2. He was found with multiple stab wounds, blunt force fractures, and a missing thumb. And look, how about after they cut off his thumb and they gained access to his Cash App, they splurged on Uber rides, weed and liquor. That's what they did.
They did that for a Cash App?
That's crazy.
You couldn't put a gun to him and say, "Give me your money," or just you got to cut his thumb. I don't know, man. I'll tell you, I don't know.
Yep,
I don't know anymore.
One of the girls was 22 years old. She reportedly worked as a sex worker and referred to Facile, that was the guy's name, as her sugar daddy. So that's great. And the other girl was only 19, Audrey Denise Miller, 19. So
and now they about to go to jail for the rest of their natural
life.
Born lives,
as they should.
Absolutely.
Because they watch too many damn movies.
Yeah, that was really sad, and they're both goofy, I would say. And real quick, I want to get to this, y'all. Chris Brown commented on a post of one of his lookalikes. Right now, these lookalikes, they be big fans, though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they are, sometimes they not. But this guy is a big fan of Chris Brown. Chris Brown got so mad, he commented and said, "It's lame as F you impersonating me. You look like you missing a chromosome. Be you, my nigga. You could never be me. So stop before I slap the ish out you." How you mad because somebody look like you?
Or maybe maybe he feel like he don't look at him. Maybe Morris Chestnut should do that to Charlamagne one time.
No, Charlamagne ain't out here just. He let other people say that, or he lie and say people said that he looked like Morris Chestnut. He not really posting pictures like, "Oh my God, don't I look like Morris?" Like,
or every now and then I'll post a picture. But see, this is what I do. I post a video of Morris and say it's me, and then people will be like, "Boy, that ain't you." They'll be like, "Wait a minute, that ain't you," because they thought it was me at first.
Nobody,
because it's the resemblance.
No, but But see, it's a big difference. Like, Charlamagne is a clown. Everybody know that. So it's not like they taking him serious anyway. They know he want to look like this man so bad, you know. But I'm like, Chris, don't get mad. Chris be going off. Anyway, Charlamagne sits down with LL Cool J for an exclusive interview that drops today at 9 p.m.
a.m.
9 a.m. My bad, yeah. They wanted me to be excited about it. And I messed it up.
We'll
anyway.
pretend.
All right. Charlamagne the God sits down with LL Cool J. We're going to drop the interview at 9 a.m. today. He sat down with the legend and they discussed some things. This particular clip was interesting to me about LL Cool J battling Jay-Z back in the day.
Is it true that you and Jay-Z once battled in a parking lot in Manhattan and you rapped a verse from Funkadelic Relic and him and his team laughed at you?
First of all, I didn't rap a verse from Funkadelic Relic. Okay? That's the first thing.
That's the story.
It's bullshit.
Okay.
It's not true. What did happen though is, see guy, he's in the club and he's trying to, flash money to get my attention, and I'm looking, okay. And then this man Sauce came up to me and was rapping. So I had a couple of rhymes. Remember, I'm albums in now. When I didn't have a deal, I had a suitcase of rhymes. Now I'm albums in. So I said some rhymes. Then I said a little bit of a song, Ain't No Stopping This, a little bit. I was out of rhymes, B. So, yes, did I run out of rhymes? Was I finished rapping? Absolutely. Was it their peanut gallery? Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. The new series drops today at 9 a.m. It's called Out of Context. It'll be a recurring series. And, LL talks about a lot of things. He talks about learning how to rap again. He talks about a lot of stuff with Jay-Z. He talks about Russell Simmons and his legacy. And he talks about his legacy. LL be in the game 40 years this year.
Did y'all talk about how he wanted to beat you up at one time and y'all squashed that?
No, not on camera. I don't even think that never even came up, period. We never talked about that. That was so long ago.
I mean, it's good that you guys got over it because at one time he really wanted to beat you up.
He wanted to box.
He wanted to put hands on you.
Yes.
A couple times.
Oh, my God.
That's maybe
4
or 5 times. Yeah. We all have.
Yes.
We all have, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is Jess With The Mess.
But it'll be up on my YouTube channel at 9 a.m. Okay. And my YouTube is C to God, CTHAGOD.
All right.
Yes.
Now, who you giving your donkey to?
Man, I need the Democratic Party. Their symbol is a donkey for a reason. We need them. Listen, we need them to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with them. Okay?
Okay. All right. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
America has a problem.
And then I see the disinfectant. Is there a way we can do something like that by injection?
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she's not qualified to be president.
On January 6th, we were respected all over the world, and we're now laughed at. We're like a bunch of stupid people.
Well, what are you talking about?
Yes, you are a donkey.
I'm tired of your shenanigans.
What did I do? You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
They're taking black jobs now.
Oh, man, Charlamagne, I just want to know today, who gets donkey of the day?
On The Breakfast Club.
Hee-haw. Oh, no, mother.
Donkey of the day for Friday, July 12th goes to the Democratic Party. Your symbol is a donkey for a reason. Listen, America, when it comes to this presidential election in November, we all deserve better. I don't care what party you represent. I don't care who you have voted for in the past. I don't care who you're voting for now. I just wish we had better options to choose from, okay? More than half of all Americans believe that Biden nor Trump should lead their respective parties' White House tickets this year. The reason Democrats are getting donkey of the day this morning is because of President Joe Biden. I've been asking a simple question for the past year and a half, and that question is, can the Biden-Harris ticket win in November? I even went so far as to say back in December when I was hosting the Daily Show, hey, President Biden isn't getting any younger. He's not getting a new running mate, so he needs to do America the biggest favor and step down. The stakes are too high in November, and we know elections are going to be close regardless, but what's concerning is that even through all of Trump's dysfunction, right, the fact we saw him lead an attempted coup of this country, the fact he said he wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election, the fact that he is one of the primary reasons the Supreme Court is no longer a legitimate institution. I keep repeating this because I want you all to understand the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, legalized bribery of public officials, declared the President of the United States absolutely immune from criminal prosecution. They have ended race-conscious admission programs at colleges and universities across the country. They are just corrupt, and not because they are majority conservative, but because they are supposed to be impartial, but they are not. Okay, right now, if voters attempt to elect leaders, the Supreme Court claims the authority to overrule them by literally picking whose vote should be counted or recounted. I'm not making this up. The Supreme Court literally doesn't have to care about what voters want. Republicans have to set up a system. Republicans have set up a system where either Republicans win elections or elections don't matter. Please, I told y'all earlier this week, read the article that Eli Mistel wrote for The Nation. It's clear, concise, easy to understand, and you can see the damage Donald Trump's Supreme Court has done to America. But let me stay focused. Even with all that dysfunction, and I didn't even mention any of the criminal charges and convictions, even with all that, somehow Biden and the Democrats look in more disarray and more dysfunctional than Trump and the Republicans. And the reason for that is President Joe Biden. Joe Biden distracts, sadly, from all the dysfunction that Donald Trump has brought to this country. Trump lies 30 times at the debate. Doesn't matter. President Biden's physical and mental fragility eclipsed that. Supreme Court presidential immunity ruling eclipsed by President Biden's physical and mental fragility. The threat of Project 2025 in the future eclipsed by Biden's physical and mental fragility. And you know why Biden eclipses all of that dysfunction? Because folks are terrified that he can't win in November. It's not rocket science. If democracy is at stake, act like it. Where is the sense of urgency? Okay, running President Biden is not a sense of urgency. I saw 6 polls this week that he's behind Trump in. The latest PBS NPR Marist poll says majority of Americans don't want Biden as the Democratic candidate, but he hasn't lost ground to Trump. It says if the election was held today, 50% of registered voters would support Biden. 48% said they would vote Trump. The difference between the two falls within the margin of error. Let's talk about those margins. Do you really believe when you look at President Biden, he can inspire and energize those undecided voters? How many undecided voters look at Trump and Biden and say, you know what? I'm going to choose the couch this year. I'm staying home, or I'm going to vote third party, or I'm going to write in who I support. And people, this narrative is not changing between now and November. Every time President Biden is in the public eye, folks are going to be discussing how they feel he's physically and mentally not fit to run, and that will discourage people come November. That, along with how people feel about his policies, which he won't ever get to explain because he will be constantly trying to defend that he's physically and mentally fit, so he can't even get to his record. And those are the reasons why President Biden needed to step aside. Everyone who is saying he needed to step down is absolutely correct. I saw folks mad at George Clooney and saying you shouldn't listen to celebrities. George Clooney is a tax-paying, you shouldn't listen to celebrities. The celebrities are out of touch. I say George Clooney is a tax-paying citizen who votes. He has a right to an opinion just like we all do. Furthermore, his word means more than a lot of us, not because he's a celebrity, but because he's a major Biden fundraiser. All right? The man headlined a fundraiser for Biden that raised $28 million for his re-election campaign, the most for the Democratic Party from a single event in history. His word matters. Okay, and he's not asking Biden to drop out because he wants Trump to win. He's asking Biden to step down because he doesn't want Trump to win, and he doesn't think Biden can beat him. Why is this a hard concept for people to grasp? Okay, last night at the press conference, President Biden said this about dropping out.
You earlier explained confidence in your vice president.
Yes.
If your team came back and showed you data that she would fare better against former President Donald Trump, would you reconsider your decision to stay in the race?
No, unless they came back and said, there's no way you can win. Me. No one's saying that. No poll says that.
Tell him today. Okay, tell him today he can't win. And then what do? You bump his very qualified VP to the top of the ticket, Kamala Harris. Okay, pair her with a white man. I don't know who that white man is personally. I like Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania. Pair her with a white man and everybody just go to work. Okay, don't tell me Vice President Kamala Harris can't win. Don't tell me this country will never vote for a woman of color, because stranger things have happened. Like 2008 when we elected a black man with the middle name of a terrorist. And in 2016, we elected the executive producer of The Celebrity Apprentice. Stranger things have happened, and desperate times call for desperate measures. But desperate times can also bring about historical change. And don't tell me there's no time to put Vice President Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket. There's only 4 months, Charlamagne. It's not enough time. Well, according to President Biden last night at the press conference, the campaign hasn't even started yet. He said it. Listen.
How accurate does anybody think the polls are these days? I can give you a series of polls where you have likely voters, me versus Trump, where I win all the time. When the unlikely voters vote, he wins sometimes. So bottom line is all the polling data right now, which I think is premature because the campaign really hasn't even started. I mean, it hadn't started in earnest yet. Most of the time, it doesn't start till after September, after Labor Day. So a lot can happen. But I think I'm the best I believe I'm the best qualified to govern.
Okay, well, since the campaign hasn't really started yet, and it doesn't really start till after Labor Day, I guess we're still in training camp. So let's try a new starting quarterback named Kamala Harris. Okay, look, I know y'all like to run around saying I would vote for a corpse before I voted for a convicted felon, but wouldn't you rather vote for somebody alive? Why do we act like there is no option? Okay, and the time calls for this. All right, we have a president who is a convicted felon and a vice president, or we have an ex-president who is a convicted felon and a vice president who is a prosecutor. Okay, it's perfect. The prosecutor versus the convicted felon, something that is always in the eyes of a lot of people, something that has always been Kamala's Achilles heel could actually be one of her greatest strengths right now. Okay, I don't know if she can win either. It's all a toss-up, but I think it will bring more energy. I think it will be more inspiring. And for people who say it takes years to get national recognition, not in this day and age. Okay, as soon as that switch happens, Biden drops out and Kamala becomes the nominee, the world will know because of social media. Okay, that's all folks will be talking about. Can Kamala overcome sexism and racism to become president? I don't know. I just know personally, I would rather deal with that familiar distraction. People being sexist and racist towards a candidate. We've seen that before, and we've seen people overcome those things, okay? President Obama won, and Hillary won the popular vote, but you know that damn Electoral College. All I'm simply saying is keeping President Biden in the race for president is cruel and unusual punishment. And I'm not talking about elder abuse, I'm talking about for us. All right, the American people. This whole election, Trump versus Biden, is cruel and unusual punishment for us, the people. We deserve better. Republicans don't care. They have chosen the devil they know. Democrats, it is time for old Captain America to put down his shield, and it's time to bump the VP to the top of the ticket and rally around her. Okay, it's all a crapshoot either way, because the Supreme Court literally doesn't have to care about what voters want. But hey, it's time for Democrats in America to start thinking about President Kamala Harris, because President Joe Biden ain't it. He's tired. And if he's not tired, we are. Please give the Democratic Party the biggest hee-haw. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. I would have to agree. It's time. It is time.
All right, what else? What's going on? Like, y'all
I'm
already...
done.
I'm just going to say I agree.
I'm done. I have nothing else to say. I'm
you
done.
wanted to linger a little bit.
No, I just was sitting there. I'm done.
No, I'm talking about Envy. He wanted to linger.
I was waiting for you to
just think.
Do you agree? That's all.
Anyway, since we ain't got nothing else to say, I have this to say. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know Denzel coming up with this new movie, Gladiator.
Gladiator Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That is one sexy ass man.
Oh, you seen him in the Bronx?
What? No, like I'm looking at this picture of him.
You have a man.
This is absolutely, but not this man. This is crazy.
You really know how to instill confidence in your man.
You have a baby that's about to
Chris
drop
driving
soon.
the truck. Chris just almost hit somebody just now, swerving off the road, listening to you.
You know you have a man.
All I'm saying is the salt and pepper Denzel with the Caesar and a goatee and
you have a man.
That's why I'm letting my pepper grow. Not pepper. That's why I'm letting my salt grow in right now.
Don't compare yourself to Denzel. You know what?
Ever.
We have to stop this. This dude thinks he's more chestnut than he says. I'm letting my salt and pepper because of Denzel.
You know what? Here's the thing that y'all need to understand. There's a certain tier of handsome that there's just people.
All right,
just can't get to.
When we come back,
Denzel,
TK Kirkland will be joining us. He's performing at the Stress Factory in New Jersey this tonight and tomorrow. So we're gonna talk to TK when we come back, because this nigga lying. He crazy.
What I'm lying about? Being handsome?
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
That's right.
The good brother TK Kirkland. Ladies and gentlemen.
To the mother effing K.
Yes.
A summer visit from TK Kirkland means something big must be happening, and it is.
Yes, sir.
Because you just announced the Catch Me If You Can World Tour.
Yes.
Via Live Nation.
Yes. We started in April, but I always try to get to you when I get ready to kick stuff off. But then with the kids and other stuff, I had to travel, so everything worked out well. So I'm making a pit stop this weekend for the Stress Factory, because it's my home. It's the only date that Viddy had, and I had to come do Jersey. So that's why I'm here, to promote that and to talk about the rest of the tour, which I'm going to be in Houston next week at the House of Blues, and the 19th I'm going to be at Elmo's in Austin, Texas. So I'm excited. I'm excited, Charlamagne.
Yeah, you just turned 63 this year too.
Yeah.
What keeps you motivated, man? What keeps you going?
I just think it's in my DNA, you know. And at one time, I think we talked about I was going to retire. And then when you start realizing when you're home for a couple of days or a week, you go, "Wow, listen, I don't know." You're like, you know what? I think I need to stay busy because I think that's the old mindset. People think they need to stay retired just to chill, but I think to stay youthful and active and live a long time, you actually have to be active and fit in your schedule, working out and taking care of yourself. So I stay consistent with that.
I wanted to ask you about comedians stealing jokes, right? And it's something that we always talk about all the time. You've come up here so many times, and you probably were the first one to talk about signs of getting old and make sure you date somebody that knows the signs of getting old. Signs of a stroke.
Right.
But I've been hearing that joke more and more.
Yes.
Does that upset you when you hear your jokes?
Here's the thing. When I said that joke, someone said Sinbad did that joke years ago. What people don't know about me, and I think Charlamagne could say because he's worked with me a lot of times, I never watch another comic. I always stay out the room. There's no comic that's not going to talk about something that another comic has not talked about already. It's impossible. It's going to be the same topic. It may not. Now, if you do somebody's material joke for joke, you're stealing the joke. But if you dealing with a topic like we comedians, you want to talk about marriage. I want to talk about marriage, right? I can't stop you from doing it because that's your story.
Right.
One thing that I do about my stand-up show is I read a lot. When I go and get on the mic, whatever happens, happens. I don't have a set structure show because when I got my degree, we were taught that when you give a speech, you never get the same speech for the same audience because every audience is different.
Correct.
So you truly have to be prepared for what's going to happen. So when someone just steals something of mine, I'm not that petty. I got so much material. I'll do 2-3 hours on you in a minute.
And you a tough act to follow regardless, TK.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't play. You already know I bring the heat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I bring the heat. Whether it's a concert or whatever, I bring the heat.
And I saw you at Essence Fest. That had to be like a full circle moment.
Listen,
you hosted the 30th anniversary of the Cash Money Millionaires.
Yes, and shout out to Baby and Slim. We've been working on some other things.
What are you doing with them? Because I've been hearing that you might have a Netflix special coming.
Yeah.
And then I'm hearing you doing something with Birdman. So is the Birdman like a special?
Yeah, what we're going to do is everything should be finalized soon, but we're going to do it October 18th at the Fillmore in New Orleans. And it's going to be Cash Money Presents TK Kirkland.
Wow.
So we getting ready to do something really, really huge. And then we got some other big things that we're doing. So it's 90% done.
But you went on tour with them back in the day, right?
I started with Cash Money. Okay. And what happened was shout out to Ron Bird, because I was touring with Jay-Z on Hard Knock Life tour. And when we got down to New Orleans, Nelly and them was all on the show, but they didn't have nobody to host it. So I'm sitting in the audience, I'm an opportunist. So I said, Ron, y'all need somebody to go on? He said, you want to go up?
Ron Bird was the tour manager.
Yeah, you know exactly who Ron Bird is.
I was on that tour.
You was on that tour? Yeah.
I was on that tour.
Right.
Nelly, Birdman, Fabulous. I was DJing for Fab.
Yep.
And A-Marie.
Right. And I went on, and Baby saw me. And, he said, they was about to do baller blocking. And, they just came into a lot of money. So I was flying down there all the time. And when we got ready to do the set, I was in my dressing room. And this one, Baby didn't really respect money because he was carrying money around like Floyd Mayweather.
Why you say he don't respect money?
Because he was just throwing, I'm old school.
Yeah.
I believe everything you make, you keep. Like, the word stunner really fits him. Because he stunts, yo, in a positive way.
How would you tell these kids nowadays, or just people in general, how would you tell them to respect money?
That's a good question, Charlamagne. What kids, to me, don't think about is their future. You get set up from the government because everybody gets that credit card. At least they use back when you're 18, 19 years old. They send you this credit card to get have $2,500 on it. Most kids in the hood never get that kind of money at one time. So they go shopping, never pay the credit card bill. Now when you get older, you realize you want to start getting your life together, you want to get your credit good, and you realize now that $2,500 is $30,518. It was a setup from the beginning. So what we want to tell kids is think about your future, because when you get my age, and not even my age, you understand it better, but you can really start it in your 20s and 30s. Because one of my things I put in my act is like Rockefeller was so amazing. He got most people thinking that most of the schools in Atlanta are HBCU schools.
Rockefeller?
Yeah, watch the game. A lot of people think that Spelman is a HBCU school.
It's not?
Nah. You
Spelman's
ready?
not an HBCU?
Watch what I'm about to tell you. You ready? Spelman is Rockefeller's wife. They dropped the Rockefeller. Spelman.
I don't know if any of this is true, but I'm listening.
You better Google it right now. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let me Google this right now.
Yeah, Google it while we on the air.
I'm listening.
While we on the air. Spelman is Rockefeller's wife.
Let me see. Oh, Laura Spelman Rockefeller. Laura Spelman Rockefeller was an American abolitionist, philanthropist, school teacher, and prominent member of the Rockefeller family. Her husband was Standard Oil co-founder John D. Rockefeller. Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, and the Lawrence Spelman Rockefeller Memorial were named for her. Okay. You learn something new every day.
Isn't that something, yo?
That's crazy. So Spelman, the HBCU, is named after a white woman. That's wild. I never knew that.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't that insane?
What made you? When did you hear that? Like, what made you
years
do that
ago? Because I read a lot and it blew my mind.
I read a lot too, but I ain't never read that one.
Yeah,
but I haven't read every book.
Right? Isn't that amazing?
It said in 1884, the school expressed its gratitude for Rockefeller's generosity by changing the name.
Yeah, Spelman College was named after Laura Spelman due to her significant financial contributions to the institution. Throughout her life, Laura Spelman was dedicated to social and educational causes, particularly for women and African Americans.
Yes.
So it's an HBCU. She just donated a lot of money to it. Wow, they said, I knew this though. The Rockefeller family continued to donate 10% of their income to charity, including substantial donations to Spelman, founded to educate black women. Wow.
And other colleges around there.
Okay.
It's just not Spelman. So it's just amazing things that happened in the 1800s, how the world can manipulate or change because there's just some things we just don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we got more with TK Kirkland when we come back, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, y'all, it's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with TK Kirkland. Charlamagne?
Now, I saw you on Vlad TV, too. You said that Faison Love stopped you from killing somebody, from shooting somebody.
Yeah. Shout out to Faison. I'm always going to show love to Faison. Back in the 90s, I had some issues with some gentleman down in a comedy club. And I could tell the whole story. What happened?
You was going to shoot a comedian?
No. The owner.
Oh, the owner.
Jesus. He going to the top. Damn. All right, let's hear this story.
I had went out early that day and wound up meeting this girl probably the night before, and we wound up having sex during the day. That's why I learned so much to this point in life that I try not to have sex before a show because I'm just
tired.
Okay. Me and this girl, we threw down, dog. It's like 2, 3 o'clock. I'm out, and I got 3 shows that night, and I missed 2. Woke up panicking, and one thing about me, I always like to smell good, so I'm still taking my shower. I ain't going out until I wash my ass, right? So I get there and they all are in the office, and one dude's punched me in my face.
For being late?
For being late. That's my point.
Okay.
Now, I had already caught a case here in New York with the Puffy situation back in the day, right?
Hold on, you need to, for people that are new here.
Oh, yeah, because you said Puffy situation with everything going on.
Yeah, that was the credit card fraud case that we had back in the 90s, right? When once you go to court, your hands are tied because you're on probation. Now, I was in a very crazy situation. I had the Puffy case here in 98, but a year before that, I had caught a case in L.A. So now New York was trying to convict me as a predicate felon, right? And a predicate felon in the state of New York is a mandatory 4 to 6 years. So I'm dealing with that. A lot of people got a pass in my lifetime is because I had something else over my head. And once you get in front of a DA or prosecutor that really want to, they waiting for you to slip. You got to turn the other cheek when people are putting you in a bad situation. So you got to make good choices. So what I did was I went to the whip and coming up the blast. And Faison saw me. He snatched me up, got me in the car, and he's driving, yelling at me.
Oh, he saw you with the gun.
Oh yeah, it's about to be on, dog.
Where'd you get? You was walking down the street with the hammer?
Back then I was crazy. I always kept something.
So did he punch you and you left?
Yeah, I left. The guys left. So I didn't yell and fight. I just knew what I was going to do. So I went right outside. they wouldn't come outside. They were scared, so they wanted to call the police and everything. And Faison snatched me up and got me out. And he was yelling at me because Faison also was one of the good friends who wrote me a character letter for the Puffy situation to the judge here, named Margaret, who put fear in my heart. This woman, I could just tell she was tired of me. Because what happens when you go to court, they do care about that particular case, but what they care about is your past. And her concern was, how did he get away with all this other stuff? Like, y'all should have stopped him years ago. And basically what she was saying is, the buck stops here. So she put fear in me to the point that I had literally took a deal with New York to turn myself in January, and I was going to do the 4 to 6 years. Now, while I'm up in Rikers Island fighting the Puffy case, Puffy gets in trouble with Shine and Jennifer Lopez at the club with the gun. So the same DA people come to me that's trying to put me away. They want Puffy that bad. So they come to Rikers Island, and my attorney is there. He said, hey, they want to talk to you and want to know, would you talk to the grand jury that you saw Puffy with the gun? And, you know, me being clever, I said, y'all get me out of here. We can talk about it, you know? We can talk about it. So they took me from Rikers Island back down to the Tombs. So, you know, all the COs know you, right? So they see the detectives every day, like, yo, what's going on? So they taking me out, and they got me in the black car, and we're going to the club where the shooting happened. But they're not telling me exactly what happened. They want me to read between the lines. So they're saying, you was here and Puffy was here. So I'm like, I was here, Puffy was there. And so, you know, I'm like going through it. But all this time, for the 3 days they took me out, I'm getting blimpies.
I'm getting blimpies.
You know, because you're in jail, the food is horrible. So I'm like, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. You know, I'm eating my butt off, right? You know, they take me back up to Rikers Island. I think a week later, they come to me, and my attorney says, TK, they want to know if you're going to help them with the grand jury. And I said,
So was
nah.
you at the club that night?
Nah, they wanted me to lie.
Oh, okay. So they wanted you to put yourself in the club.
Yeah, they wanted me to put myself in the club because that's how bad they wanted Puffy.
Damn.
Yeah, they wanted him that bad, dog. And I said, nah, I'm good. They was mad as hell, yo. I said, nah, I'm good. And I wind up getting that 4 to 6 off the table. I got 5 years probation, and here I am, a successful business stand-up.
Did you ever have that conversation with Puff and tell Puff what they were trying to do, or no, you never had that?
No, we never had that discussion. We never had that discussion.
You might have stopped Puff's reign of terror, TK, if you'd have said something back then.
No, but I wasn't there. It would have been a lie.
So they put him in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Always that type of situation. Yeah, I totally agree.
It might have put him in prison.
Puff
He's alleged reign of terror.
but Puff is going through what he's supposed to go through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
See, in life, you get so many chances to do right. If you don't do right, the universe has a way of humbling you.
Oh, I agree with that.
The universe will humble you, dog, more than you imagine. Because as you know, we're all successful, right? You get up certain days, you got your chest out a little bit more. Some days, you know, you treat some people a little wrong. You know, sometimes, you know, it's just the way it is, right? But you got to take that moment to say to yourself, yo, I'm blessed. Let's not push this envelope because God can really take this away from you.
2 seconds.
In a minute.
And if you keep treating people bad, you keep doing violent things to women, you keep being disrespectful. Now, don't get me wrong. You can do this maybe 1 year, maybe a week, and then get your life together. But if you have a track record for years and you didn't figure it out, the universe will make you pay. And when that situation happened to me with Puff, what hurt me, well, we didn't have social media then, but what hurt me, my mom found out, because when I was doing crime before, we didn't have social media. No one knew about your business. You could have shot somebody, right? But no one knows what you did a week ago. So now this hit the news. Now the same people who love you and respect you, when you get in trouble, they're embarrassed because they whole career, they talk about how amazing you are, how blah, blah, blah. And when you hurt them, it's a blow. My mother didn't go to church, yo, for like 6 months. She stopped going to the same place to get her.
She didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah, she didn't want to hear about it. So I explained to her, I said, Mom, do not be embarrassed. I said, you raised me right. I said, you raised me right. You know, so when someone says to you, just say, you know, he's his own man. That was his choices. And all those experiences made me who I am today, right? 60-something years old. I'm humble. I'm respectful of life. And to still doing what I'm doing at my age is just a total gift.
TK Kirkland, man, go check him out. Catch Me If You Can
Yes.
World Tour. Tickets available right now on LiveNation.com, and he'll be in New Brunswick, New Jersey this weekend at the Stress Factory.
JessFactory.com.
To get your tickets.
Get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. Jersey City, and then check me out next Friday, July 18th in Houston at the House of Blues, and Austin, Texas, July 19th at Elmo's Austin. And please follow me at TK_Kirkland, like the water at Costco's. KIRKLAND, because some of y'all can't spell.
There you go. Well, it's the Breakfast Club. It's TK Kirkland.
Mr. Mbe, Mr. Charlamagne.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Pass the Aux.
Go, go, go. Cause that's my DJ. Say go DJ. Cause that's my DJ. Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
What up, Nyla?
What's up, guys?
Big Nyla.
How y'all feeling?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. How are you?
Love that. That tan is serious.
Listen, we was in Anguilla last week.
I know.
You know what I mean? Soaking up the sun.
Love it. All right. Speaking of soaking up the sun, I'm going to get into our first record of the day. It's a new joint by Anicia featuring Emotional Oranges, and it's called Hot Outside.
Amazing.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
that. I could clean up my house, do my homework today.
Yeah, I do think it's a little too hot to be doing lovemaking songs, though. I don't want to think about no two bodies rubbing together when it's so hot outside. And if you're going to do a song about it being hot outside, you got to talk about people being musty.
Oh, my
But other than
God.
that, record is great.
Yo, what is your obsession with hygiene?
I don't know.
What, y'all like smelling people?
I don't like smelling people,
Oh, okay.
but I feel like I don't even be noticing scents as much as you do.
That's not true.
You got a
He
strong
be
nose.
looking for people to smell.
Yo, he do.
No. It just hits us. It's like, why would you come around us like that? All right, that's the question.
Well, it's hot outside. Make sure you guys tap into Anicia's new joint. It's fire. Next, I'm going to get into a joint off of Capella Gray's tape by Responsibly called Baychester.
I feel like something I've heard before.
Yeah, by Capella Gray, actually. Is that the same?
They sound, the same tone.
It's speaker.
Same tune as the other one.
Oh, as Gallus, you're saying?
Yeah. It sounds similar to Gallus.
But it's sample speaker knockers.
So that wasn't a Capella Gray just now?
No,
It was
it's Capella
Capella
Gray, but he sampled
Oh.
speaker knockers instead of back that thing up.
Got you. Okay.
Shout out to Capella Girl.
Nonetheless, the tape is fire. Definitely tap in. It's not all party vibes like that one. Dope features. Some of the best verses I've heard from a lot of New York City artists.
I do like
Really?
Capella.
Yeah. So definitely tap in. Okay, next I'm gonna go Bossman, D-Lo, and Lil Baby. TJ, what y'all think?
He ain't gonna pay their rent.
It's dope.
Sounds similar to the other one, but I like Lil Baby and Boss
Man,
Man.
y'all think everything sounds similar today?
Dude, whose fault is that? Us or the artist?
The production sound the same. It sounds
So
very
who was
similar.
that we just listened to?
That was Boss Man D-Lo.
That was Boss Man D-Lo.
And Lil Baby.
Okay. Got you.
It feels good to hear Lil Baby again, though. Like, I feel like I haven't heard him in a while. So.
Yeah, no. It does feel good. He's back outside. But okay. And then last but not least is Common and Pete Rock just dropped the album.
You didn't even. You said that your age them don't care about them.
Oh my!
You know you can't say nothing behind the scenes.
Nothing.
She just said that.
You can't say nothing behind the
That's
scenes.
not what I
that.
said.
She did not.
Well, that's not what I meant by it. Anyway. Shut up.
Damn.
All right. But no, Common and Pete Rock just dropped the album. I actually went to the album listening, and there's people my age there, by the way. Anyway, nonetheless, the first record, the whole album is good, but I'm going to go with Dreamin'.
Us old heads with salt and pepper beards, and those of us that got to get colonoscopies. We're old enough to get colonoscopies. We understand that Pete Rock and Common is a combination that can't miss. Like that is a very
dope.
Very dope combination.
Very, very hip hop. Pete Rock is one of
Very.
the best producers ever, and
Yes.
especially with the boom bap sound from the Bronx. And Common, of course, is one of the best lyricists ever.
It sounds effortless, like a nice aged bottle of wine. Like
Yeah,
That's a good description.
It sounds definitely like something from back in the day.
damn. I mean, not necessarily back in the day. It
not
just sounds
Smooth.
fresh. It sounds vintage. Sounds
Yeah, like
vintage.
back in the day. When you say vintage,
Should we say
what's
vintage
that?
or does
What's
it
that
just sound like hip hop? Sound like hip hop.
It sounds like hip hop from back in the day.
Well, you know what? Because we just played Lil Baby and Bossman D-Lo, right?
That's hip hop too, though.
And that's hip hop. And then we played Common and Pete Rock,
which
is
hip hop.
Also hip hop. So it's just
different style. It's more boom bap. They call
It's
it the
urban,
boom bap.
adult, contemporary hip hop, and I think that we should start putting things in those categories.
Why you gotta be in that if I like that too?
You don't. You literally said before we started that nobody.
I said
age
nobody
don't
my
care
age
about
group cares.
But she said
I
she
went
liked
to
it.
the album listening
No, she
party.
said she liked it.
I'm never gonna listen to Bossman D-Lo and Lil Baby in my free time. I just play that at the parties.
Gotcha.
I listen to Common. I listen to Pete Rock. So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
So it's Bossman D-Lo and Lil Baby you don't care about, not Common and Pete
Damn.
Rock. Which
Damn.
one?
They both dope.
Which
different,
one?
it's
I
different
said in my
moods.
free time. That's for the men. I play Bossman D-Lo and Lil Baby. All the men turn up, but it
Got
don't
you.
turn me up.
Got you.
Meg, Glow, Cardi, they turn me
Common,
up.
Pete Rock.
Common, Pete Rock don't really turn me up, but that's just what I like to listen to. Anyway. All right.
Salute to Common and Pete Rock,
Let's
though.
do some church notes. Why y'all always trying to jam me up in here? First with the 42 Doug interview talking about. Anyway.
You should know that's your partner right there. You should know it. Whatever you say behind the scenes to your partner, he gonna put on air.
Big mouth. All right. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Nyla Simone, NYLASYMONEEE. I'm having an event next Friday with Queen Rhapsody. She's gonna be gracing the stage doing some joints off her new project. Please Don't Cry. If you guys haven't listened, definitely listen. Probably the best album to drop so far this year. So
Ooh, that's a big statement.
yeah, I'm standing on that. The best album to drop so far this year. So pull up on us, RSVP, everything's on Instagram, and then definitely tap into the Certified Vibe playlist available. Oh, and I'm sorry, we're also going to be sponsored by Team Hennessy. Shout out to Ivy Rivera and Flygeria.
Nice.
Big Ivy.
So I'm super excited.
What up, Fly?
So drink for me, y'all.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Nyla.
No problem.
When we come back, we throw it back on a Friday, so let me know what you want to hear.
Okay.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Nasty.
Why you smiling?
Just
You start
nasty.
smiling. You start smiling. You see his
That's so
face?
nasty.
You see his face?
What you
You see his face?
No, that gets me every time when Envy be like, y'all know we throw
We
it
throw
back.
it back on a Friday, okay?
That gets me every
All
time.
right, you can do it. Put your back
You
into
should see
it.
he been yelling something in the hall all morning long. We can't say it on air, but he's really kinky this morning.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
You'll hear him in a second. It's the
Okay.
Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Salute to everybody out in Chicago. I'm heading to Chicago tonight. So I will see y'all in Chicago in the Shy in a little bit.
Where you at in Chicago?
The Piazza.
Okay.
Like, you know what that is?
No, you just didn't say. So it's just like you just tell me you're going to Chicago. I'm like, tell me where you going to be at.
Like he knows. Like, I've been there. Like, don't even
you
go
just didn't
outside.
say. Shout out to everybody in Chicago. I'll be there just hanging out. You know what I mean? Okay, to be out on the south side. All right. Okay.
Definitely not going to be on the south side. I'm going to be with anyway.
be
I'm going to be out in Chicago tonight. I think Scrappy's going to be with me tonight, too. So
I'll be in
Please be careful.
I'll be in Tampa. I'll be in Tampa tonight, 7th Grove. I'll be there from 7 to 8 p.m. With the Urban League of Hillsborough County, talking about my new book, Get Honest or Die Lying, Why Small Talk Sucks, which is available everywhere you buy books now. Salute to 95.7 The Beat. That's where you can hear the Breakfast Club in Tampa.
Yes.
And I'll be there tonight at 7th Grove, 7 to 8 p.m. So see you out there.
That's what's up. And then July 26th, 27th, that's a Friday and Saturday, I will be in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Raleigh Improv. Y'all get y'all tickets at JessHilariousOfficial.com. I cannot wait to get there. And yeah, get y'all tickets.
All right. All right, when we come back, we got the positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we got to salute Cory Hardrick for joining us this morning.
That's right. Make sure you check out Divorce in the Black with him and Megan Good. It's on Prime Video right now. Salute to the good brother Tyler Perry. That's another Tyler Perry production.
That's right. And also comedian TK Kirkland.
My guy, one of my OGs, TK Kirkland. He's performing at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey tonight and tomorrow.
That's right.
And yo, I want to tell people, man, I dropped a new series today. I launched a new series today. It's called Out of Context with Charlamagne the God. It's on my YouTube page. My YouTube is C the God, CTHAGOD. And the first guest is the icon living LL Cool J. You know, LL is celebrating 40 years in the game this year. Def Jam is celebrating 40 years in the game this year. So we talk about a plethora of things, you know, that have happened throughout his 40 years in hip hop. You know, he addresses, you know, the so-called friction with Jay-Z. He talks about the legacy of Def Jam, the legacy of, you know, Russell Simmons. He talks about, you know, learning how to rap again. A lot of good stuff, man. So go check it out on my YouTube page, which is C to God, CTHAGOD. It's called Out of Context with Charlamagne the God. So check that out, and thank you in advance.
All right, well, it's time to get up out of here. You got a positive note for the people?
I do. And it's good it's the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Even though we just came back from vacation, you know, a lot of people still need a little break, man. And always remember, when your mental health isn't in the best state, give yourself a break. All right? Don't feel guilty for things you can't do, because a lot of times normal things like eating, sleeping, socializing, it may be difficult. It's okay to go through that struggle. Rest this weekend, all right? Recover this weekend. And most importantly, be kind to yourself and know that whatever you're going through, the bad times, they're temporary. See you on Monday.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?